about our guest tonight. Talking about vacations and cruises, our first guest, that was part of his career for a while, was to go on cruises because he was a performer. And I told Michael, I said, Michael, you're going to have to perform for us, maybe not tonight, but, one of our meetings or something, we're going to get Michael, since he's a professional musician, to perform for us. But Michael's a very interesting man. He has been a school teacher. He teaches elementary music. He's an elementary music teacher. So he teaches kids music, which is phenomenal. My children, I know, took music when they're young, and it makes such a big difference in children's lives. So he was a band leader on board a cruise, and he would play guitar as well as led the band. You know how you go on a cruise, they have those bands for all the entertainment. So he did that. He has children he'll tell you about. And we also are very fortunate to get his wife, Simona, on. They've been married for 4 years. He'll talk about that. Simona is from Romania. She's just a delight. So we're really excited. They had some health issues they may talk about, and the products made a big difference in their life. So I'm excited for them to tell you their story and for you to meet them. So Michael and Simona from Washington, their recent 5Ks, take it away. It's all yours.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Brian, Henry. It's a pleasure to be here. Man, what a warm welcome. Yes, I'm Michael. This is Simona, and we're coming to you from our home office here in Everett, Washington, which is just north of Greater Seattle. And we met, funny story, we met online. Believe it or not. So we've been married 4 years, but I relocated to Seattle after being at sea for 6 years and kind of living this traveling musician sort of vagabond lifestyle out of a suitcase and coming home for a couple months. And then I spent a lot of time in port at Seattle and just loved it and decided I wanted to move here. So I moved here with my son. At the time, we didn't know anybody. I posted some stuff about meeting some people and wanting to go explore the city and festivals. And Simona had a daughter that was his same age. We got together for a date. We went to a music festival, I think, and a movie our first time at the mall. And the rest kind of just fell into place. It was very organic and natural. And we've been married 4 years now. So she's not only my loving partner and beautiful wife, but we do the business together, and we'll talk about that in just a sec. And we've been really blessed lately. Things changed a lot this year for everybody, but we didn't let that get us down, and we actually used it as a catapult to take ourselves to the next level. So how we got into this whole BioRains and network marketing is largely, that was due to this beautiful lady right here beside me. About 2 years into our marriage, she was suffering from some really unpleasant stuff. I think you described it like knives in your, joints and stuff. And we, basically the Western science community told us there was no cure, or this can't be treatable outside of like just using, some medication, prescription stuff, and that was it. And to just kind of tough it out. I wasn't happy with that, and so we started looking into natural, holistic, plant-based medicine, and we came across CBD, and we started trying some things. We kind of just went to the dispensaries around where we live. There's a million of them. And spent a lot more money than I'd like to admit on trying all these different things. Some of them worked, some of them didn't, and then we found BioRains, and that was like the night and day difference for her. And I mean, how did it make you feel? What difference did BioRains make for you?
Oh, it makes a lot of difference. Like, special what I was before, like my life was very miserable, and now my joints feel healthy. I have more energy, and I'm less tired. I wake up feeling great every day, and I feel younger.
You look younger too. We have a 16 and a 17-year-old. Her 17-year-old daughter. They often get mistaken for sisters. So I just had to shout you out there for a minute. Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm a lucky man. So when I saw, that it was helping her so tremendously, I was like, well, I need to get in on this. And just my normal level of like tolerance and being compassionate and patient and all those things, you know, we all live in a very busy, noisy world, and it, you know, I'm not immune to it, just like anybody else. And when I started the products as well, I noticed a huge difference. For me, the Limitless Lean and Product X has been my like jam. Absolutely game changer for me. I feel healthy. I feel on point. Limitless is like, to quote Austin Powers, I feel like that shark with a laser beam on its freaking forehead. So that's what it does for me. I just am on point, like, and I'm basically able to be a better, more productive man in all areas. And then, you know, we give it to our dogs. We have two small little Shih Tzus, Maltese Shih Tzus. We give it to both of our kids. You know, doing online school has its challenges with, you know, staring at a screen for X amount of hours today, and it's really, really just made a huge overall improvement in the quality of life for her, myself, and our whole family. That's actually our team name is BioFam. So that's what we roll with. And last month was a huge month for us. We were able to scale our business up to, I double ranked from 1K to 5K and almost made it to 10 in 1 month. And I want to talk about some really powerful things that I experienced and did to get that. The first thing I'm going to say is I got out of my own way and just aimed really big. There was several months in a row where I'd miss 3K, and I was thinking like step by step by step, sequentially. You know, I got 1K, cool. I'm going to go to 3K now. I'm going to do this, and I just thought that was kind of the plan. Well, that doesn't have to be the plan. There's nowhere that says that that's actually written, that that's how it's supposed to go. And I kept aiming in my mind for 3K. And then I would miss it by just a little bit and get frustrated and have some self-doubt and like, I don't know if we're into this. But, and keep in mind, I'm doing all this on the side of a full-time teaching career, you know, teaching music like Henry mentioned, and she's a full-time nurse caregiver. So we're basically both very service driven, heart centered, you know, givers. But I'm not unhuman. I'm with, you know, I have goals, and when I don't make them, I can have some negative self-talk or beat my up. And I just got to the point where I was over that in a big way. And so I started really, really digging into like myself and some personal development. And I had to like face some honest truths about myself. So instead of aiming for 3K, I just aimed straight for 10. I believe the adage is aim big, you know, miss big. Aim for the moon, you'll shoot for the stars. Something like, I don't remember the exact words of that adage, but I owned it and I embodied it. And we ended up double ranking. You know, she ended up hitting 1K, and where there's some benefits to working the business as a partner. And I also realized that there's a lot of different hats you have to wear to be successful in this business. When you're recruiting people, you need to kind of be that enthusiastic sort of people pleaser almost. And then you also need to not always just be turned on people pleaser. Sometimes you need to make a plan and set goals and be the thinker. And then sometimes you need to just be the person that takes action. Stop thinking, implement your plan, do it. And then sometimes you really just have to be the risk taker, spontaneous one. And each one of those has these roles that you need to be able to switch in and out of. And like, for example, when you're talking to a rep, yeah, you may, or a potential or a prospect, I start off being the people pleaser. Hello, you know, hi, nice to meet you. I can't wait to talk about how these products are going to change your life. And then meanwhile, in the back of my mind, I'm listening to them and thinking, okay, what do they need to, you know, where are they going to take the conversation? Big point to actively listen to them. And then 3, once I know what's up, like take action and do it. And 4, like being that action taking person that's spontaneous. There was a lot of things I did last month that I normally was very uncomfortable doing. One of them was picking up the phone and literally calling people instead of just using Messenger or email. I normally didn't prefer the face-to-face thing, but I was doing some research, and basically like 8% of your words actually go through when people are processing. About 37% has to do with your tone, and over 55% has to do with your body language. So I started sending people video messages. I started having like video chats and like, hey, let's have a quick moment to just discuss this. And like even the body language I'm using right now, all of that, it has like unconscious effects. And I think that had a huge huge amount to do with how effective we were able to grow the business. So face to face, texting and messaging is one thing, but it's such a noisy society. We're bombarded with that all the time. It's easy for people to just ignore them or not see it or not come across the way that you really want to. And we're all very passionate about this. So that's largely what we did. We just aimed big. I stepped up my game and I got out of my way. I'm more the people person. She helps out on the back end, keeping me organized, reminding me what to do. I always keep samples, business cards. I have a card decal, and I wear the clothes and rep everywhere I go. I needed a little extra money in the middle of the month, so I drove Lyft for a little bit, and I had some samples and gave them out, and the person ended up ordering. Like, you just need to be on and constantly thinking growing. I was always like, okay, I need to get to 10K. I need X amount of BV today. Where's that amount of BV coming from? Just one day at a time. And at the end of the month, sure enough, was like that close. So that's going to be it for us tonight, unless you want to add anything to it.
Yeah, and share your story all the time with people, friend around. Share what product you have in your hand, especially when you use it and feel it, how, change your life or change your health. It's very selfish to not share with people.
Bottom line, BioRains helps me be a better version of myself, and it's in line with my vision and purpose to like play full out. The world deserves everybody to shine and not hold back and play mediocre. It's a waste of talent, and it's a waste of this technology and this product line that we have. That's it.
All right. You guys rock. You guys are so awesome. It's so much fun. And I agree with you. The body language and being able to see people and feel their excitement by seeing them. So it's so much fun to see you guys on Zoom rather than just talking to you on the phone. It was what a delightful couple. As Simona says, just share your story, be you, and set your goals, aim high, and you may miss it a little bit, but aim high. There's so many things. I just want to hit a couple things that they said that are so important. One is, again, the health issues that Simona's been through. The product changes people's lives, the quality of life. I failed to mention that over the weekend, the other people we had in. So I want to give a shout out to Bill's group with Don Brown and Dan and his son Travis, who are also in town. And did I miss anybody? And Travis, Dan's son, has had some health issues. And it's so much fun to see the difference it's making in his life. And we got on the phone. We did a call while they're at the office, signed somebody up. It was just so much fun because of the excitement and the stories that sell. So shout out, Dan and Travis, you guys are amazing. Don will tell you, man, it's changed his life. So it's so much fun to be with them and to hear their stories and see the results in their lives. A couple other things that Michael and Simona mentioned. They were looking for something. They were out looking for plant-based organic. They were out looking for healthy things they needed in their life. And as soon as they felt and we came across BioRains, what did they say? It made all the difference. People, we can make all the difference in people's lives by sharing the product, exposing them to it. There's nothing out there like it. Everyone feels the difference, especially the people that are out there looking. And I loved it. I love the term biofamily. They're a biofamily. The dogs, the kids, we're a biofamily. So we're all the BioRains family, and they're a subset of the biofamily. They said they're heart-centered givers. I love that. That's who we are. That's a culture that we want at BioRains. We want to care about other people, be giving. Remember, we talked about hope, helping other people everywhere. I love that culture, so thank you. And finally, the other thing that's so important that he said was he did things that were uncomfortable doing. The only way we grow is getting out of our comfort zones. We have to push ourselves. We have to exert in order to have growth. So he picked up the phone and made calls. You guys rock. You're awesome. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We're so excited to have you as part of the BioRains family. We look forward to our next concert with you, Michael. So thank you so much. All right, we're going to move across the country. We're going from Washington, and now we're going to move over to Minnesota, where it's 15 degrees, and they've had 8 inches of snow over the last week.